to the Good Form preview for Tabcorp Park, a Friday night meeting this week. Last week we had finally the team back together, Baker and I, me and Baker. Unfortunately, through popular demand, we've had to take him out of the picture again. Hopefully he'll do his penance on the sidelines and we'll have him back next week. As per usual, we're going to look at the quaddie legs at Tabcorp Park this weekend, starting off with, you guessed it, race 5. It's an M1 to M3 event and it's a cracker. Really, I think under the preferential draw system, the best horses have obviously drawn the worst gates, but they're just going to be too classy for their rivals. I was so impressed with Bad Billy last weekend in a stronger race than this, where he was just touched off by It Is Billy coming wide on the track with a booming run down the outside. He's going to have to do something similar here, but I think he can, so I've got him as my clear on-top selection and one of my best bets on the program. I think that 4Xtend's probably ready to show something now. He's been a touch disappointing, I think, a couple runs back from a little let-up, but as I say, I think this is the right type of race for him. You can put himself into the mix, make a mid-race move or come with one run and be pretty dangerous. Stay and Play is also a key runner drawn outside the front line. Just depends where she ends up early on, but she was an eye-catcher last time out. And inside the second line, Hoonien, look, it didn't work out for us last weekend, but I think it can be somewhere in the mix again. It's an awkward inside second line draw, particularly given it's following out a horse that, even if it leads, might fall back in its face. But throw it in somewhere. 12, 11, 7 and 8 in the first leg of the quaddie. We move on to the second leg, and this is the return of one of my favourite horses of all time, Hector JJ. He's been marked at $1.05 with Tab in fixed odds markets. Look, he'll win the race. I'm very confident he'll win the race. Whether he should be that short, he shouldn't be, because it's over 1,720 metres. He's got much bigger fish to fry, and he's got a lot of speed drawn inside him. Maximan's a super quick beginner, and so too is It Is Billy when he wants to be, and Metro Mike even gets out very, very fast. So, look, Hector JJ should be winning. You could probably one out him in your quaddies, but I would say that if you're playing exotics, make sure to include 1, 3 and 5 for second and third. If you want to be really conservative, maybe throw Maximan in to beat Hector JJ. I know it seems far-fetched, but it's not as easy as it seems to win from wide on the front line first up from a break over the short trip. Third leg of the quaddie is the feature on the program. It's the VHRSC home-fielded Group 2 level for the 3-year-old square gators, and it's a cracking event. It's a wonderful generation of 3-year-old trotters, and I think that Delta Sun's the one to beat. But the tricky thing about this race is most of the big guns aren't particularly well suited to short course racing. They're not just jump and run types that are going to find prominent positions and dominate from there. Delta Sun will just come out under his own steam, I would imagine, but he's going so well that he should be able to make that mid-race move and put himself probably in the breeze in transit, and from there I think it'll be a very tough nut to crack. His old adversary from their 2-year-old days, Illawong Byron's also going to be in the mix. He certainly isn't a dominant force he was as a juvenile, but if he rolls forward here, finds the front, or even goes forward and then gets a sit on the back of Delta Sun in transit, he won't be far away. But if you're playing quaddies here, play wide. Star Insight's been flashing home in 2 consecutive oaks with no luck whatsoever. Dark Secret's a really nice horse, 51 into 18 early with Tab fixed odds. Margaret Ruth's got all sorts of ability, but again, no real tactical speed. 4 Wall should get a good run in transit after running second in the Oaks last weekend. So terrific race, and I think they're going to really run time here. They won't go quick early, but the back end's going to be super fast. And the last leg of the quaddie, I'm going one out. This is the Battle of the Nostras, the Beach versus the Villa. I like to be outdoors, so I'll stick with the Beach and leave the Villa to run second here. Look, if Nostra Villa is good enough to beat Nostra Beach, when Nostra Beach has gone 153.5 to win an APG final, then we've got 2 Nostras that are absolutely exceptional and 2 out of the box, so to speak. I don't think that will happen, even with the advantage of the barrier draws for Nostra Villa. I think Nostra Beach has got to be just too classy, so happy to isolate it at the head of affairs. If we're getting a good approximate for our quaddie dividends, maybe we can lay off a little bit on Nostra Villa. I think they're the only 2 winning hopes. Beyond them, Fruit Drops is going to get a nice little run, you'd imagine, from the pole marking draw, but early in its career, I'm not sure it can knock over the big guns. And Amelia's Courage is just a really consistent type, so make sure it goes in exotics, along with Nicole Melander's pair, Safarique, and also Passion's Delight. My quaddie coming up on the screen as we speak. My best bet right across the program, I've got 2 really. Into the Unknown, I think we'll be winning early on the card. Race 2, number 5. I'm not sure we'll be getting any flash odds, but she's just racing in terrific form at the moment, and the drop in grade says that she should be winning here. I'm also going with Bad Billy in that first leg of the quaddie. I just think he'll need a touch of fortune from outside the second line, but he's going so well, if he just gets that hint of luck, he'll be too quick for his rivals over the final 400 metres. Thanks so much for joining us for the Good Form preview for Tabcorp Park Melton on Friday night. As always, good luck and good punts.